Welcome back. This is the final installment of the Lost Episode series. I'm Adam Friedland. This is the Adam Friedland Show. Next week... What's that? Do you feel that, guys? Did you feel... I think that we're having an earthquake. Oh my word, I think we're having an earthquake. Guess what? It may feel like an earthquake, but it's not. It's season 3 of the Adam Friedland Show, which is coming out next Wednesday. Guys, give it up for that. We have pre-recorded probably 12 episodes so far. There are a lot more coming. Guys, it's going to be really funny. It's going to be really good. The first episode is my favorite, maybe my favorite episode I've ever done. I really hope you enjoy it. The guest this week is COULTER. She says some fucking terrible things in it. Oh, also, you can see me in Denver, Comedy Works, and the following month I will be at Town Hall for the New York Comedy Festival. Go to adamfreeland.show for tickets. Guys, enjoy our episode with COULTER. It's a wild one. Season 3 next week! Big yes! Ladies and gentlemen, legendary media personality, COULTER, everyone. Give it up for her. Let's make some noise. 800 tourists from Times Square. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you for having me,
I'm really
Adam.
excited.
Me too.
I told some of my friends, the smart ones, and they were saying this is going to be like the Buckley Baldwin of 2025.
Excellent.
I think we talked on the phone last night.
Yes.
That was charming.
Yeah, no, we're going to be hanging out.
You're like my first white friend ever, probably.
Excuse me.
No, I'm just kidding. Obviously, all my friends are Jewish. What are you talking about? Okay, 2 things. One is I'd always known you as a media personality. My assumption was always that you were like a poshie. You were like a Connecticut-style, like equestrian kind of poshie. And I was surprised to find out that, like, you know, your father was an Irish cop.
No, he wasn't.
I believe he was, and I believe you were the first in your family to learn how to read.
And the first to have shoes. No, my father was not an Irish cop. He's not even fully...
He was an FBI agent.
He was a corporate lawyer on Park Avenue.
So where
yes,
am
for
I getting
a
this
few
from?
years after law school, it was like having a clerkship. You'd go straight and do. You had to be a lawyer to be an FBI agent back then. You don't know. So for a few years, he was a red hunter with the FBI, but he was a lawyer. He was a corporate lawyer at 300 Park Avenue.
Sounds like an Irish cop to me.
I mean, Irish cops are great. It just isn't what he was.
So he's a red hunter.
He was briefly. Yeah, he worked on some of Joe McCarthy's cases.
Did you know Roy Cohn?
Apparently, but not very well because he was a young pup.
He was a young pup?
Yeah, I mean, he was just gotten out of law school.
Sounds like a gay slang. We got
You've never heard the expression
you have young pups,
pup?
you have otters, you have...
Okay, I no longer think you
a
are
young pup,
a
what are you talking
wordsmith.
about?
It's just a common expression, a young pup.
A young pup? Yeah, maybe from freaking Connecticut. Maybe that's a Connecticut thing.
Am I going to be getting that this whole show?
What's wrong? You should be proud.
Anything I
Being
say.
rich is good.
Okay, but not everything is a Connecticut thing.
Rich is great compared to the alternative. The alternative is
Oh,
dreck.
yeah, I'm with you on that.
Being poor sucks.
Oh, totally.
So you moved to Connecticut on a cop salary. Was he dirty? Was your dad, was he dirty? Did he ever run into that guy Serpico? Wait, you were born in New York City.
Yeah, but grew up in New Canaan.
Okay, and so that's like a New York tri-state area kind of, yeah.
Everybody's, it's funny, it's a little like the Upper East Side, which is to say during the day, all of the husbands leave New Canaan, they all leave the Upper East Side. You see all ladies with their kids.
Blah, 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 right? Yeah.
No, I mean, it's a very safe environment, much like the Upper East Side until de Blasio and now.
Do you think that like Martha Stewart was like kind of the most elite of those Connecticut ladies? She like turned staying in Connecticut while the guys in New York City into like a $1 billion brand? Am I wrong?
I don't know. I just know she supported Bill Clinton, so I'm not a fan.
You're not a fan of Martha Stewart because you're kind of lib. That's kind of lib.
No.
You know how I heard someone recently after Ozzy Osbourne died, they were like, but he was a Zionist. I'm like, he was on drugs. Who cares? What do you think?
That's indicative in her case of being part of the fancy crew and just, I don't know, like Reese Witherspoon and
Spewed.
Thank you. Paltrow, Gwyneth Paltrow.
Goop.
That whole just
So you don't.
people I don't care about.
So you don't like the elites.
Correct.
You're a woman of the people.
That's totally
Yes, you
right.
are.
Because my father was an Irish cop, apparently.
Your dad was on the beat. He had a billy club. He was in the 5 points. It's good. You guys became cops. We became Hollywood. The Itralians became criminals. It was a good time back in the. You know that the Lower East Side was its own congressional district? Isn't that crazy? It was the most densely populated place in the world, turn of the 20th century.
Well, I know it was a lot of poor people, and now it's very shishi.
It was us. It was your guys were there too. You're not half Irish?
I'm a quarter Irish.
Oh my God, you're ashamed.
My father. No, I'm just
You're ashamed of your Irish lineage.
No, I was worried we might be going back to my father being an Irish cop, which would have made me half Irish, but he wasn't even fully Irish.
Okay, so he was half Irish, and he was like, what was the other half?
Dutch. I dedicated one of my books to my ancestor, F.E. van Verik.
Anne Frank. Yeah.
F.E. van Verik. And Varick Street comes from that Varick family.
Oh, like old New York.
That's going back to the Revolutionary War. So I had a lot of Dutch relatives in New York. Yeah. When they scammed the Indians out of it, ha ha ha. And then British Isles. Yeah. Oh, and a little German.
Do you have Catholic blood? Are you half blood? Are you half green, half orange? Are you half green, half orange? You're mostly
that
orange.
I don't know, but
was your dad Catholic?
His mother was Catholic, his father was Presbyterian, and all of my other ancestors were Presbyterian.
Okay, what's Presbyterian like? Just
Christian.
Do they? Is it are the songs good?
Songs are great.
Do they do Amazing Grace?
Yep.
Oh, yeah. I love that song. Zach, how much do we love that song?
Real church songs are fabulous. I hate the modern Christian churches that do, the rock and roll up at the top.
Oh, yeah.
Amazing Grace, well, you must know this. It was written by a
British
slave trader.
I thought it was a British pastor.
It is a British slave trader. He was really big. The boat got in a storm. Uh-huh. He realized he was going to die, and he blamed himself for being a slave trader and swore to God, I will serve you. I will give up the slave trading.
At the last
just
second?
save my life. No, he lived and he wrote Amazing Grace because he was saved.
Wow. So it wasn't the Jews doing that. Farrakhan's wrong? I can't believe it. I thought why would Farrakhan? So you're a deadhead growing up?
Yes.
How many shows you been to?
And
stop, just be real.
I'm very embarrassed by this, but it was a big thing with deadheads. Well, there are a lot of big things with deadheads, like keeping lists of the songs they played at concerts, but one was to keep your tickets. And so one time, I'm very tidy, and I'm going through my apartment, and I found a drawer that's just full of all these dead tickets, and I thought, what am I doing this for? And I just swept them all out, and then Jerry died, and I realized, oh, that's why we kept the ticket stubs, so we could count up how many shows we've been. So I didn't know. I checked with a few friends. At the time, I figured it was above 60.
Above 60. Mm-hmm. So you were you did LSD, marijuana, stuff like that?
Never took drugs.
You were there at that.
I liked the music. Not in the 70s.
You like deedle, 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 deedle? 3 hours of deedle, deedle, deedle? Just no drugs?
No drugs. By the time I started following them, no, they were very melodic. I
80s?
still listen to Dead. I love them.
80s Dead. 90s?
Yeah.
Early 90s, they were at their peak.
Yeah.
Before Jerry died.
They were very melodic. Nobody liked space. We'd go out and get wine or a beer or something when they do the space music.
Oh, you'd have champagne?
Depends where we were.
That's so you. That is so you. So was your family conservative, or did you have a conservative awakening?
Well, I guess a little of both. But yeah, no, I grew up in a very conservative family. And I think the important point is, because sometimes kids get to college, rebel against their parents, is we talked about politics all the time. So we'd have, as I do today with my friends, we have arguments, along the edges. I suppose I argue with my friends all the time, but basic values, basic conservatism, it kind of makes it easier to argue because you can draw analogies more easily.
Yeah, my family was like that too. But like you were just like, good point, Dad.
No.
I just was telling them that they're idiots. I still do. I'm like, did you copied their politics or you emulated their
No,
politics?
I'm saying we argued about politics as I do with my conservative friends today.
So they're more moderate.
So that gives you no. Well, here, this will give you an example. My parents' big disagreement. Actually, my father, when they were dating, had to talk my mother out of the value of the Tennessee Valley Authority. She had grown up in Kentucky, so thought it was great. And father, much more libertarian. That's part of the Dutch ancestry, by the way. The Dutch are very libertarian. So father is against, or was, they both passed away, was against zoning laws, and mother wanted to preserve the beauty of the community. And I'm totally with mother on that side.
So the argument was the New Deal? That's how your parents hooked up?
They had it.
That's how they flirted?
They discussed it on a date.
They flirted
because
about
he used to always roll his eyes and say, yeah, she likes the TVA.
That's so Connecticut. That's so Connecticut. Wow. That's like, what, yeah, I guess, how did my parents meet each other?
That's not how they met.
He wasn't just railing against old Franklin Delano Roosevelt?
No, she didn't like FDR.
She didn't like him.
I don't have a single ancestor who voted for FDR, and I'm very proud of that.
Who were they voting for? Reichsfuhrer Adolf Hitler?
Not if you're familiar with American history, but it was a Republican who led the effort to destroy the Nazi war machine.
Charles Lindbergh? I want to get back to you. You go to an Ivy League.
Oh, I'm so boring. Let's move on from me.
No, you're not. You're not. You're very impressive.
You're going to keep throwing out crazy stuff.
Okay.
I'll dispute it. I have a very boring life.
No, you're not. You're very impressive. Like, to me,
Thank
like
you.
you have the resume of someone that could have been. I mean, you're the president of the Federalist Society, at University of Michigan Law School. You went to Ivy League undergrad. You were a clerk on.
That was a while ago.
You're a federal.
I've sort of collapsed since then.
Wait, you're bad at
No, I'm
bad
just
at
kidding.
school now? I mean, we all are. I don't even know how to read anymore. Did you conceive of did you want to be a Supreme Court justice or like an attorney? You could have been big. You could have been big in the law. I feel like. You could have been writing these goddamn torture memos with Alberto Gonzalez.
Well, that would have been fun. Well, he did not do a very good job. I would correct him on that. No, what I'm doing now is way, way, way better. I worked briefly at a law firm in New York and then for a public interest law firm, and I clerked for a judge.
And you're a Senate Judiciary.
And
94.
yeah. And law school was fun, and law review was fun because you get to examine a particular legal issue and get to know it. It's really great. Actually, practicing law is mind-numbingly boring. And even the interesting cases, we took at the pro bono law firm. We were the only law firm taking genuine First Amendment cases. Free speech has been a big issue for a long time, and genuine civil rights cases. Because most of First Amendment law and civil rights law, it's settled. So nobody's going to go to a big law firm in New York to argue a constitutional issue. Well, we were arguing constitutional issues and taking them to the Supreme Court. So that was kind of fun. But even doing that, you get one case and you're stuck with it. So you're repeating the same facts over and over and over again. Now I can look for something interesting going on in law, look it up, write one column about it, move on.
Yeah.
That's fun.
You went 94, contract with America, to the Senate Judiciary Committee, right? Is that right? Did you chill with Newt? Was he cool?
I was not a fan.
Have you seen Callista's Instagram?
No, I have not.
Oh my God.
I'm too busy reading John Rock.
You gotta see these pics. I mean, she does these face filters. She looks like an American Girl doll. And they're like in Italy. He's like in Callista and Newt. They like vacation.
Well, I'm glad Trump got him out of the country.
He can't. Where's Newt at these days? He's done?
You just told me he's in Italy.
Well, vacation.
Oh.
Where he lives in Abu Ghraib prison?
No, I was hoping he had been given an ambassadorship or something.
Oh yeah, he should, right?
Yeah.
I was gonna ask next, but you kind of answered it. Like the impetus behind like switching to a media career.
Wasn't
that you were bored.
Okay, I really want to move off Anne, but I will tell you.
It's an interview. What the fuck are we supposed to talk about?
But I'm not that interesting.
Yeah, you are. Actually, to me, you are.
I never talk about moi. I talk about issues, stuff
All
going
right,
on
well,
in the world.
Welcome to Gitmo. We're going to find Bin Laden. You're going to tell me where the hell he is.
No, I never tried to go into media. I have no interest in media. I was working for the Senate Judiciary Committee, as you say. It was after the '94 election, first time Republicans took Congress in 40 years.
They crushed that one.
I happened to be out at Vail skiing thinking, oh my gosh, they're going to blow it, these idiot Republicans. They're just going to have, moderate Republican staffers go to all these new, totally right-wing senator staffs we had. And I thought, if things are ever going to change, people like me have to volunteer to work for the new right wing, because not only did it become Republican, but oh my gosh, there were so many hardcore right wingers who came in. That was a great year. So I applied and I got there, but I didn't like Washington. I really, really missed New York. I wanted to be in New York. I love New York. It's the greatest city in the world. Could do with fewer homeless drug addicts pushing people in front of subways, but greatest city in the world.
It's New York. I mean, that's
what. No, we had 20 years of peace and prosperity under Republican mayors.
There was hobos then.
No, there weren't.
Yes, there were.
There absolutely were not.
There's always been hobos. When you moved here, do you remember?
Were you in a coma for all of the Giuliani and Bloomberg years? No, there weren't.
I have not been in a coma.
It was absolutely
What do you
sick.
think about this Ken Bone situation?
No idea what you're talking
about. He's the fat guy with the red sweater at the town hall for Trump and Hillary. I got to show you a pic of this guy.
Nope, it sounds great.
And stop being such a snob, okay? Connecticut with your horse.
I told you it sounds great.
No. Okay. So yeah.
So I'm stuck in Washington. I miss New York. MSNBC came along. They invited me to be on. I didn't even own a TV. I didn't want to be on TV, but I wanted flights to New York. So I was on MSNBC their very first day, and for I don't know, year and a half, 2 years, I'd fly up every few. Senate was in recess for like all of the year because it was 1996 presidential election year. So I kept coming up to New York. And that's kind of how it started. But I mean, they kept firing me, and I kept saying, okay, fine, I'll just go back to practicing law. And then Human Events came to me and asked me to be their legal columnist. And then Regnery came to me and said, hey, you've been writing a lot about Clinton. Why don't you write a book on this? And I wrote my first smash bestseller.
Yeah.
But I never
Are you a big Woody, you're a Woody Allen fan? Crimes of... It was the movie, right?
It's also a line from the Constitution.
I don't know what the hell is. Of course, I know. But that's interesting because that's the first time I became aware of you. It was a smash hit, and you became like you were the person that would go on the politically incorrect.
That was fun.
And I was telling you on the phone yesterday, you were shocking. Like my parents were like liberal boomer Jewish parents were like, but she has long hair. Why is she saying these things? What's interesting to me is that your first #1 hit, right? Banger, and foray into like being a firebrand conservative personality was kind of like advocating for a young woman against like a powerful man, which is like, that was right wing. Right?
Yes.
It was so topsy-turvy at the time because in retrospect, like I remember the way they talked about Monica, and they'd be like, she's fat, she's got cum on her dress, and in retrospect, like she was 20.
She wasn't the one I was fighting for, but I did feel sorry for her.
Paula Jones. Yeah,
she was the one who was really, well, that's because you have been fooled by the feminist movement who pretend they're for powerless people against, powerful men. No, they write all these laws making everything illegal, and then they only apply them to Republicans. So for example, the reason I knew a lot about this is among the cases my law firm was taking at the time was defending men, professors often, on First Amendment grounds, who had been accused of sexual harassment for something they said in their lecture class. I remember one in particular, it doesn't really matter. But
what did he say?
He said, he was describing what a simile is, and said, a simile is the belly dancer's belly moves like Jell-O on a plate on a vibrator. I think that's what he said. But there are 200 people in the class. He's not sexually harassing you, Missy.
I feel like this is like Keith Richards talking about like lead belly or like these are your influences. Like, oh yeah.
But because of that, I knew a lot of what the sexual harassment law was, and it was utterly, preposterously ridiculous. There was one guy, this was found to be in a hostile environment, a single act. That was a big thing the feminists kept arguing, that no, you can't have a hostile environment with a single act. There were 1 million single act sexual harassment cases, including one of a boss who had a vacation picture of his wife in a bikini on his desk at work. And some woman brought a lawsuit saying that's a hostile environment. I don't want to see your wife in a bikini. So the cases had gone very far in the other direction.
Yeah.
Here was, I mean, you were never allowed to drop your pants and say kiss it. It's not like we needed the feminists to tell us that, but that's what Clinton did
actually.
too.
I didn't
oh, you
know.
needed that one, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, it's a good thing I was out
Gloria
there.
Steinem told me that, yeah.
No. In Clinton, she said you get one free grope.
They really didn't show up for Monica.
She said you get one free grope because when he dropped his pants and said kiss it to Monica, he took no for an answer.
But I mean, I guess like it's like you're trying to say that you were like fighting free speech cases against feminists, but like in essence, in the public forum, you were advocating for
Paula Jones. She
Paula
was
Jones
absolutely demonized.
Yes, and in essence, that is like in a 2025 context, that sounds not. It doesn't sound like a conservative punditry. It sounds more like a kind of, I don't know, like a second wave feminist.
No. You're confusing.
I'm making accusations.
A real abuse of power.
Sure.
With a lot of the BS cases. I think some of the original Me Too cases were, I mean, I haven't studied them carefully, but I think some of the first ones, yeah, that was real, that was bad. And then I think you got a lot of Johnny-come-latelys, and I don't believe them at all. Some other ones, this is extremely politically incorrect.
That's
I
fine.
mean, I knew about the Epstein case apparently before the New York Times or anyone on TV did. It happened in Palm Beach. It was all over the Palm Beach Post.
You saw him the day before 9/11?
Yeah, I met him then.
That I saw you telling that story.
Very weird.
First of all, he pulls up in a limo. It's raining. He said, "Ann Coulter, can I give you a ride?"
And we know someone in common. He named someone I know. And the traffic was moving by 20 miles per hour. And I had to get home because I had an early morning flight, morning of 9/11.
So if it's the day before 9/11, didn't
No. Yes, day before 9/11. Yeah.
I mean, didn't him and Israel have like a lot of work to do?
Well, yeah. It's weird he had time for me.
How did he have so much time?
Well, I didn't stay that long.
Oh man, I'm gonna get in trouble for that. Dad, I'm just kidding. Can you imagine missing the email from Israel if you're a Jewish guy going to the World Trade Center?
Yeah, don't go to the World Trade Center.
Gentle reminder, today is 9/11. I wouldn't go in. They'd say something like gentle reminder. Gentle reminder, I don't know if you've checked your calendars, but it's 9/11. We've been planning this. We got 18 Saudi guys. We took them to flight school. They only had to learn how to take off. So we got half off. We got a great deal on the flights. Well, we're just kidding. When you went into media and you became like a media personality, you kind of were the only game in town. If it was kind of you and Rush. Am I incorrect in saying that?
Not really, but partially in the sense of, I mean, during Politically Incorrect, he had a good run. What was it, like 20 years on ABC?
Bill?
Yeah, and then at the end...
he said that they were brave. Muhammad Atta.
What he said was...
He said that they were really brave.
By the way, he was repeating what Dinesh D'Souza just said, by the way.
That
Dinesh
guy's
said,
smart, yeah.
No. What he said was, to stop calling the terrorists cowards. They weren't cowards. And Bill kind of laughed and said, yeah, no, you're right. They're evil. They weren't cowards. I think the truth of the matter, people were mad at America. Average Americans were kind of mad at Bill for the prior year. Every show was, guys love blowjobs, guys love blowjobs, guys love blowjobs, and people got a little fed up with that.
Why?
And I think that's because what he actually said then, And by the way, I'd defend him, whatever he said.
He's your boy, right?
But anyway, no, I think he's great. It was all conservatives, he said, who were defending him, which I've often heard when people come under attack for free speech. But anyway, they have a party. I did his last show, and they told me they had counted up all the guests, and I was their most frequent guest. Okay, so the reason for that is, I'm going around to why Rush and I would have been, as you say, in a sense, the only game in town.
We're the most famous.
There were 4 seats at Politically Incorrect. One was for a comedian. One was for a wild card. One was for like a Hollywood person. There was only one ideological seat because those people were obviously going to be liberals. There was one seat. We have to have one conservative. But the problem was all these conservatives would come in from Washington talk a good game in the pre-interview and then immediately capitulate in front of the Hollywood audience.
Yeah.
Whereas I clearly don't mind being booed, so I'd say what I thought, and the show doesn't work if you don't have a conservative taking a conservative point. So I didn't back down, and that's
So
I
you're
think
making
part of
my
the
point
reason.
for me, right? Like you were like, did it feel like this was something new? Because it wasn't like Buckley, it wasn't like a elbow patch, right? Showbiz wise, you were cooking. You knew that.
Which is funny because I didn't have a TV, I didn't watch TV, which is why I was never nervous on TV. It was just like sitting around talking with my friends.
Yeah, yeah.
Probably why I didn't back
well,
down.
because it's a stupid idea for a show, right?
What is?
A Hollywood person.
Oh no, it was great.
I did Piers on Monday, and I was like,
that is not the same show. Do not compare those two.
But it's 4 people talking about some, like, what are you going to accomplish? Yeah. And you have,
I don't know who was on the show, so I will say you accepted. He gets 4 idiots to yell at one another and yell over one another because apparently that creates viral moments. And actually, I used to think he was a really good interviewer, Piers Morgan, on ITV, but I don't know. It is about the clicks on that show now, and I'm not going to go on a show and have idiots yelling at me.
well, you could kill them. I killed them. I realized that you just have to interrupt and go like,
I'm not
no, it's not. Piers, here you go again. No, I thought he was a good interviewer. Do you feel like you've gotten your flowers as like kind of an influence on like modern punditry? Because in my mind, it kind of comes from like the way you did it, right? You didn't do it Buckley style. You did it there was a mixture of like you're kicking their ass, and it was a hell of a show. You know,
it was fun.
You were good at what you were doing.
I know, it's really, there aren't shows like that anymore.
No,
liberals won't go on with me.
Do you think there are ands?
Well, I don't watch that much TV. I do a lot more of the podcast stuff, and actually, all of my remote controls are, bolted to MSNBC, and that's just crazy people all day.
That's funny.
But liberals won't go on with me. In fact, I was just talking to Bill Maher, and he always tells me liberals won't go on with you. So I suggested to him, in fact, on the way to this studio, I have an idea. Don't tell them I'm going to be on the show.
Oh, I thought you were going to say, there's this guy, Adam Friedland, who's really cool.
That's a good idea, too.
Do you know, so you don't know the new generation of of...
Not much. I mean, I have noticed, the hair and makeup people have noticed, and by the way, great hair and makeup here. There's no hair and makeup.
Zach, can you do her hair, please? He's an intern. Zach.
I'm kidding.
Watch a YouTube video on right-wing makeup. Can you?
Yeah, we'll have a quick.
Great hair and makeup here. What are you talking about? I'm a mentally ill person doing a make-believe Dick Cavett show. And the newspaper says that because I'm literally they have no one else. They're like, this is the future of what do they say about me, Mitch? He's the publicist.
Times and the New Yorker said you're the future of late night.
That's right.
They have no other option.
That's right.
Well, I hear there's an opening at ABC.
No, he's back.
Not for long.
Kimmel?
Have you seen his ratings?
No, I don't look at the ratings. I don't even know.
Well, after all this, everyone
and
was
I don't even know the
noticing.
name of Kimmel's show. Could you tell me?
No.
I know the Tonight Show and Late Night.
I would not know where to find it. I would not know what time
on
it's
ABC
on.
maybe.
But
yeah.
everybody looked up the ratings because he's losing so much money for ABC. I think, like a lot of these things Trump is going after, like all the DEI hires, I think the law firms, I think the universities are all down on their knees saying, thank you, let us get rid of this dead wood. We're so happy.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that ABC, unless it's just...
It's a little cowardly of Trump, right? If it's a low-rated show, it's not really threatening, right?
No, I look. Leave Trump out of this. It was.
No,
I think it's
I
out.
won't.
You won't. Okay, I think he's magnificent now. Hated him his first term. Anyway,
I loved him his first term. I hate him now.
Was absolutely beyond outrageous. Again, for like 20 years, all political violence is either actually, it's in my book.
What did he say? But he made
In
fun
my
of
book,
Trump.
Demonic, which is about mobs and left-wing violence. I think that it's demonic. I go through all of the political violence in America, and it's in there I could say it. And that was before, Antifa and BLM, and much less the recent assassinations. All political violence is either a stark raving mad person, or it comes from the left, from anarchists, from socialists, from now Antifa, from BLM.
Well, you're saying never on the right. Is that what you're saying?
Yep. So anyway, every time.
Never one time?
Recently, we've had.
Actually, one time.
I mean, it's a big country, so 200 you'd think there would be,
big
but I
country.
can't think of one. Anyway, every time the left goes out of its way to lie about the transgender, the left-wing politics, they did it with that guy, Jared, what's her name?
What
his
lie
name.
about the transgender? What did they say? That there's transgender people, or what did they say?
No, they deny that these mass shooters.
Are trans?
Yeah. Yeah.
Ah.
Read my column from 2 weeks ago. I go through what they say and what the absolute facts
I don't
are.
know how to read it.
Well, okay, I forgot that. Get Mitchell to read
So
it to
you
you.
think
It's
that
really good, Mitchell.
so it's transgender people are shooting?
That has been a recent thing.
Yeah.
Let me continue with the topic sentence. We've had nonstop, awful, horrendous, shocking political violence from the left, and every time the New York Times, MSNBC, CNBC, all of them are saying, no, we think this was a right-winger. They did it with the guy who shot Gabby Giffords. The first one he shot out there, for one thing, he was a pothead, he was a lefty, he was an atheist. The first person he shot was a Republican, and he killed the Republican. Gabby gets wounded, so it's supposed to be right-wing violence.
Wait, I'm lost. Wait, okay, trans, then the left wing. Okay, Gabby
it's
Giffords
very
was
simple.
shot by who?
Left
a pothead? Well, I'm just sorry. I'm not.
Left-wingers commit shocking violence. Media tell us they're right-wing. I just gave you one of many, many examples.
But people shouldn't kill each other, right? It's not nice.
The point is, it would be really helpful, especially looking at solutions and maybe looking at the media calling anyone they disagree with a Nazi, a fascist, a white supremacist, sexist, a racist. Maybe we could tone that down a bit when all of the shocking violence
don't kill each other.
comes from the left, and every time the media says it comes from the right. And that is what Jimmy Kimmel was doing it, and he was doing it. And this is something that is very important for you, a comedian, to know. It is the sneakiest way to propagandize. If you just announced right now,
jokes about politics are funny.
the shooter was right wing. People would
He's trans.
would look at that and say, well, he's trans adjacent. His boyfriend was trans. People would
It's
say,
so complicated. It's
not
too
complicated
much
at all.
these days.
It's way less complicated.
No, I just mean
if
the
you would
world
just
is complicated.
Stop mumbling over me.
And I love you. I'm trying. I don't like it. You don't. Someone killed
I was
that.
just giving you some really
the
good
state
advice on how to
senator-
propagandize.
I don't do comedy about politics because it's never funny, right?
It doesn't matter. You can
I
propagandize
talk about my
anything.
penis. I saw my dad's penis growing up.
You can propagandize about your dad's penis. Might really help.
My
him
dad
with
has the
ladies.
biggest penis in the world.
Okay, you're going to help him with it. See, that would not work so well. But if you told a joke that was premised on the idea that your dad has a large penis, people sit back and think, if you just say he has the largest penis, they go, oh, it could be true, could be true. I'm going to look at it. But if you tell a joke that assumes that everyone knows he has a large penis, that's how you do the best propaganda. That is what Kimmel did for a monstrous lie that has been imposed on the public for decades now. That's why he should be thrown off the air.
Okay, but like, wasn't the joke that Trump was talked about the ballroom renovation after
No,
they?
that wasn't the issue. That was funny for the first time in his life.
But that's what he got in trouble for.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't.
I thought that's what he
you
said.
have no idea.
They asked
no.
him about Charlie Kirk, and he said, "We're
he said
redoing
MAGA
the
is
ballroom."
No, MAGA is politicizing this when it was one of their own who shot Charlie Kirk. That's what he said.
No, he said that they were trying to say that it wasn't one of their own. That's
right.
No,
okay, either way
I
you
watched
say
the clip.
it. They're trying to say it wasn't one of their own. It was one of their
But
own.
both sides
the point
were
is
saying it's not one of their own, right? That's
and
what
there's
happens
an
these days.
answer, Adam.
What?
You can't just both sides. And some people say Jews are, eat little babies. Some Jews,
Is that
some say
right?
they don't.
We
Who's
don't
to
eat-
say?
we don't
Who's to
eat
say?
little
There's no
babies.
way of figuring
She's
out
out of her mind.
whether you drink
This
the blood
lady
of
is out of
Christian
her mind.
babies. No way of determining it.
If I have stomach
There
issues
are
as it is, I would.
answers.
Okay, but listen, you can't possibly claim that there is
That there's
just
an answer?
one side that are killing each other.
Well, we
my
know about
opinion
this
is-
one. No.
My
Just change
opinion
the
is that
subject. No,
both
I'm gonna
people
make
shouldn't
you-
kill
no.
each other.
No. Duh.
The Minnesota
Whoa,
state
that's so
senator
brave of
and
you.
her husband got shot at their house,
Oh
right?
my gosh, you're
Was it a
so
left wing?
brave. You think people shouldn't kill one another? Thank you for that important point, Adam.
Yeah, because I'm nice.
To act like we have no idea
Yeah.
what Tyler Robinson's motives were.
I'm not saying that.
You just did.
I'm
Some
saying
people
that-
say one side, some people say the other.
After
Who's to
Kurt
know?
got shot, both sides were trying to blame the other side. That's what I was saying.
But there's an answer. So the
We
plus
didn't
side
know.
that's
We were waiting for the
lying,
cops to
we
say it.
absolutely knew by the
Why are
time
you
of
mad at
Kimmel's
me?
show on Monday
Don't be
night.
mad at me. I'm nice.
No, you're not.
Yes,
with
I
this
am
both
nice.
sides nonsense.
It's not both sides. I'm saying in general, shouldn't people calm down and stop killing each other?
Good point.
I
That
think so.
hadn't occurred to me.
I think so. It's safer if people aren't killing each other.
Yeah, and since one side is doing all the killing, maybe we should address that.
But that's not true. You know that's not true.
Yes, it is true.
But mathematically, it's not true.
Well, I'm not talking about every murder in the world. I'm talking about political violence.
What? But the
Shocking
Minnesota
political
state senator,
violence.
like a couple months ago,
That was absolutely batshit crazy. It's like the guy who
He
shot
was
up
not right-wing.
Congress.
he was a right wing. I'm just asking.
No,
listen,
and by the way,
He
I'll
was
say the same
right-wing.
thing on people who are slightly left wing. The Aurora shoot, Aurora, Colorado.
That was the Joker.
There was just batshit crazy. I can say that on your show, right?
What?
I'm just kidding.
You
I
can say
assume I can
anything
say
on my
anything.
show. Anything you want. You're my guest.
There was a Muslim who went into some Jewish center, this was years ago, shot it up. Turns out he was totally schizophrenic. The family is apologizing.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't just say it when it's a right wing or therefore it's mental illness.
Sure.
Sometimes it's mental illness, and that happens to be a recent case. Yeah, that guy was crazy.
Tyler was probably there. If you kill someone, you're crazy, right? Like, and I'm not defending the left. And you're projecting onto what I'm saying right now. I hate the Democratic Party. Okay, like seriously, like they're so annoying.
Okay, but it's kind of important, and especially when you have
You're
this
reading into what
propaganda
I'm
going
saying.
out saying exactly what the opposite of the truth is. Because, by the way, that is not what the
Isn't
New
it
York
the
Times says.
computer's
That is
making people
not
crazy?
what MSNBC says.
The computer is making people crazy right now, right? People
I
are
just wrote
crazy.
about that too. No,
People
no,
are
the
crazier
computer is the
now.
greatest thing that ever happened to
I
humankind.
agree. I agree.
This attack on social media is complete BS.
Okay, I do think.
That was this week's column. Would you
Just-
keep up?
And I don't subscribe to the
And
daily.
coulter.substack.com.
I don't subscribe to the Daily Show. What I'm really saying is, I think that like what, I was talking to you on the phone last night, right?
Mm-hmm.
I used to get called like a fucking loser for liking politics, right?
I told you it's a sign of a high IQ.
But nowadays, all the dumb people are starting
I know,
to do it.
I know,
And
I know.
that's all I'm saying. Like people like it's become a thing where like people are yelling at the head of the Department of Health and Human Services. I was telling you on the phone last night, all day on the internet for $0, right? And so like by extension, maybe them killing each other is a product of people going fucking nuts, right?
One side's gone a little more nuts than the other.
And beyond that, people had to stay home for 2 years, and they were on their phones the whole time, and they went a little.
Phones are the greatest
So
thing
you're
that has
pro
ever happened.
lockdowns.
No, I'm pro social media and the internet and these old fuddy-duddies saying, "Oh, get the kids off their phones, go touch grass."
President Xi, take it away, please. Please come here. I'm
Well, it'd be
pivoting
better
CCP.
than our current. Anyway,
Okay.
what was I going to say? The two things that drove stupid people to care about
Okay.
politics. Number one, the Bill Clinton scandal, because oh my gosh, apparently everybody has an
No
opinion
way.
on blowjobs. And number two, Donald Trump, because there are a lot of mentally ill people who just hear his name. And I mean, this is crazy. The most recent thing with the
How do you think the Bill Clinton, like, how could you have such an antiquated opinion, despite the fact that you're 22 years old? That's an opinion from the freaking 1995.
but
No,
also,
Listen, the phone has
2016.
driven people insane.
no, it hasn't.
It's
It saved people's lives.
We're gonna do a section called bangers. We're gonna walk you through some of the greatest hits. This is tip of the iceberg.
Oh.
You're an maestro. You're very. After 9/11, you wrote the U.S. should invade Muslim countries and kill their leaders.
And convert them to Christianity.
How?
We did it in South Korea.
Who, Reverend Moon?
No, MacArthur invited them
Okay.
in.
The 9/11 wives were enjoyed their husbands' deaths.
I've never seen people enjoying their husband's death.
Every
so
single my single female friends, that's the thing that they would say. That's a jealous ass girl
I don't know
thing.
if you. Well, you would remember this. You remember Clinton, but it was these 4 babes from New Jersey who were really getting off on being on TV, and their whole thing was to go on and you can't criticize us because they're widows, and they'd viciously attack
They're
everything
babes, though?
George Bush was doing. But
You
my
call them
point
babes,
was.
though. You have pics?
You know, a lot of people are widows from 9/11. How come?
Oh my
how about you
God.
don't put widows on if we're not allowed to respond?
You're so mean.
No, I'm not mean.
Okay, you call
this
Muslims
is a dirty,
ragheads, that's
I want to finish this point. This is a
derivative.
dirty trick of the left to use human shields to make their arguments. If you want to make the argument against Bush,
Hamas, they say.
put somebody out there I'm allowed to respond to, and not, oh, but she's a widow, you can't respond.
So they were being mean to Bush.
They were making political points. They were trying to score political points for the Democrats, and we weren't allowed to respond because they were widows. Well, there were a lot of widows.
Well, we got them weapons of mass destruction. So you called Muslims towel heads? That's derivative.
I don't think so.
You said U.S. This is mean. U.S. didn't kill enough Native Americans.
Oh yeah, that's a recent one.
That's a mean one, Ann.
There was some
They're
Indian woman.
They're all like no one even thinks about them. They all have like diabetes and alcoholism.
Okay, this was a
They're
retweet of this Indian chick going on about how her goal was the destruction of the United States of America.
Who, Nikki Haley?
Different Indian.
You said women should lose the right to vote. Uncle Tom ass over here. Do you have female friends?
A few.
Who's your best female
I
friend?
first said that on Politically Incorrect a million years ago.
That's a banger, though.
There were girls in the audience clapping for me.
No,
Not
I'm
all
saying
of them.
you cooked on that one.
I think I've won on that one. That's all over now.
So you don't want to vote?
No, I want the rest of my gender not to vote. I'll give it up if they don't.
You think you're better than the rest of them? You're
Duh.
the best girl?
Duh.
What about Sydney Sweeney?
She's very hot. She could vote. But we can't.
Oh my God.
Sydney and I think she'd agree with me.
Do you know her?
No.
Hit
but
her
I think
up,
she'd
please.
agree with me. But we'd be willing to give up our votes if the rest of our gender does not vote.
Okay, Ann. You said humanity should rip the earth. What are you, Marilyn Manson? Humanity should rip the earth?
You know,
That's great.
if you're going to do my quotes, you gotta get the quote right.
Well,
Every
tell me,
single
what's
one of
that
these
about?
quotes is wrong.
What's rip the earth about? You make a hole in
I
it?
didn't say humanity. I said it's in the Bible. God said, "Here's the earth. Take it. It's yours. Rip the earth."
God said rip it?
I'm paraphrasing, but wherever you got, somebody's got to get a better website because literally every one of those quotes you have wrong.
I got this off of
Yeah, MediaMatters.com.
Encyclopedia Britannica.
Well, every one of those quotes has been wrong.
You said Mussolini had the right idea. I don't want to tell you artist to artist.
Okay, now we're going into things
I don't want to tell
didn't
you
say
how
at
to
all.
do your job.
But every one of
there
your
was a
quotes
better one to say.
is incorrect.
You should have said the main one. Mussolini is like that's like a.
I don't think I've ever even talked
You
about
try to hit a double.
Mussolini.
You try to hit a double. You could have gone to the.
You know,
home run.
Adam, I've said a lot of stuff that's really outrageous. I don't think you have to make stuff
I
up.
feel like we're flirting right
I have
now.
an idea. Don't make stuff up.
You said Timothy McVeigh should have blown up the New York Times building. I was just.
Okay, I did say that.
They put me in the. They put me in the. They wrote.
Finally, you got a quote right.
They wrote an article about me last week. You would have ruined that for me.
The New York Times.
Yeah, they said that I'm the Noam Chomsky of Generation Alpha or something. I don't know. They said I'm the Martin Luther King of Jews or okay. Oh, the Vivek one. That got famous.
Oh, that was a recent one, yeah.
You said he's sharp, but you
I
wouldn't vote.
said, I don't know where you're getting these quotes. I'll tell you what
It's
I
not
said.
a quote. I'm asking you.
Oh, I was doing his podcast, and I just thought of it right as he was introducing me because I've been watching the debates. He was in the debates, and I mean, I don't trust him as far as I can throw him, but boy, he was saying things that sounded great that I really agreed with. He is really sharp. Loved having him in the debates, and I said, you know, I think you've been great in the debates. I probably agreed with you more than anyone else, but I wouldn't vote for you for president because you're Indian.
And did he say that hurts my feelings?
No, he waited until he was being interviewed by Ezra Klein for the New York Times.
So
no, we
he was
argued about
like,
it. I
I
it was a good-
agree.
No. It was a good. We had a very good discussion.
You don't think Indian
was
guy
interesting.
ever be the president in America?
Well, can they wait a few generations? You can't even become a citizen in Switzerland until you've been there for 3 generations.
Well, they pick
And by the way, yeah,
pick
as soon
aside
as-
Switzerland. Switzerland. Oh, we're neutral.
Okay, as soon as Israel has a non-Jewish president,
They've had non-Israeli presidents. Golda Meir's from Wisconsin.
we've had
BB's from Philly.
We've had non-WASP presidents here,
We've had
although the
2.
country was founded by WASP. That isn't the same thing.
We had Kennedy, that bootlegger's son, and we had old Joseph Robinette Biden.
I know, I always forget about him
Mr. Magoo.
because he forgot too.
I felt so bad for him. That debate was so embarrassing for America.
Oh man, that was
In
the
front of
greatest
the
night
rest
of
of
my
the world,
life.
you liked it.
I loved it.
But I'm a patriot first and foremost. We just look like dumbasses.
Well, we looked like dumbasses having him be our president. The
Well-
fact that the entire media in the Democratic Party was hiding it from us, maybe they shouldn't have done that. It's horrifying that we
No,
had someone.
behind closed doors, he was Stephen Hawking.
Oh yeah, I know.
Apparently, he was doing math that you've never even heard
That's
of.
what they always say.
Yeah, but when the sun went down.
They used to. Do you know who Al Gore is?
Yes, I know who Al Gore is.
I feel like I'm talking.
I know more about Al Gore than even you.
I feel like I'm talking to a fetus here.
Do you understand that I'm one of the smartest people you've ever met in your entire life? And one of the most popular guys.
Well, yeah. Of course, I wouldn't have shown up otherwise. Anyway,
from
you know how he's
Tennessee.
totally stiff and
Lock box, yeah.
yeah. They kept insisting when he was running for president, oh, behind closed doors, he's like a stand-up comedian. He's unbelievable. The jokes really hits his stride in the bathtub. They always do this about Democrats. They said the same thing about Hillary. She seems like a real barrel of monkeys.
How'd you feel when y'all boys stole it?
They
You
didn't
must have
steal
felt amazing. Brooks Brothers riot?
They didn't steal it.
They had guys wearing blazers?
In fact, a year later,
You stole it.
something you
know you stole
apparently
it.
do not know.
9/11.
A media consortium, i.e., not my people, liberals,
Jews.
they spent like 6 months going through all of the ballots
The Chads?
in Florida and found out that no matter how they counted the ballots, Bush won.
I cried at school. because you stole the election.
Nobody stole the
It
election.
It wasn't fair. I was in 7th grade and some guy was like,
Oh, I am so with him. Can we get him here?
can you walk us through cooking up a banger? Like when you're cooking up a big one, like are you in a lair or something? Do you have like a candelabra and like?
It never really gets cooked up. It just
You feel a rush?
I get angry about something, and this is how I talk.
Does it feel good though? You feel like flying.
No, it just seems like talking.
You know when.
No, I
You're
mean,
good at getting them fucking pissed.
ask my friends. That's how I talk. In fact, what happened was I was very much censored under the old Twitter leadership because I realized there were so many
Jack.
things I'm about to tweet, and my fingers hovering over, and I thought, oh crap, I don't want to get suspended again. Okay, I'll just email it to my friends.
You should just say that you're on. You should just say that you were on Ambien, like Roseanne.
Yeah, that worked. That
Yeah.
saved her show.
That really said it was a good show. Wait, so do you ever worry you'll run out? Do you get writer's block? Do you ever worry like if I run out because you don't repeat bits? You're a woman of integrity as an artist, right? Like the only thing left will be that word that you wanted to tweet.
No, it wasn't
That
a
ends
word.
in
It would
the
be a
R.
joke. Nobody says that.
No,
Maybe you do.
I don't say that. I never have. I listen to the song.
Well, that's why I advise young people today, don't listen to rap music.
Oh, you're a rap is crap?
You start singing along to it and suddenly you're canceled.
listen, if it's all white people there, come on, it's fun. And you've never even listened to Drake?
No, I've listened to a lot of it, but all these young kids start singing along to a rap song, and suddenly their college admissions are withdrawn, their faces are all over the internet. So stop listening to rap music, or hip hop as they call it now.
How do you say things like that? But you're only 21 years old.
I know.
I mean, I feel like when I look at like the talent tree that you kind of were you're the genesis of.
Okay, now I like
When I
you
look at
again,
that,
Adam.
when I look at it, I'm like, they don't have the sauce. I'm like, you're kind of like listen, like when I like fucking Laura Loomer or whatever, like I just see like people trying to do you, and I'm like, granted, Laura Loomer is beautiful, okay, she's gorgeous.
Okay,
But
I know
she
you're
doesn't
being
have the talent.
sarcastic. She is
She
not
doesn't
an
have-
unpleasant-looking person.
She's not unpleasant.
An unpleasant-looking person.
She looks like she had a bee sting.
I shouldn't have even mentioned this because, of course, you're going to come back. But I'm not endorsing anything he's
Listen,
saying
we
about
love her.
Laura
She's
Loomer's
gorgeous,
looks.
but she doesn't have the talent that you have in terms of like. You really get you get them going.
That's why they won't appear with me.
Well, the thing is like I feel like there's only one other person that's potentially on your level, and you know who that person is.
Well,
No, not me.
Oh,
You
okay.
know who the person is. In terms of like getting them like crazy, making them go crazy.
you mean on my side or on the other side?
One other talent on yours. I mean, it's a big one.
No, they're playing. I mean,
It's you.
Rufo does.
Not like you.
Oh, I think he does.
It's this one. It's
Tucker?
No. It's number 45 and 47.
Oh, Trump. Oh,
like
yeah.
you are kind of like on like it's kind of just the
Oh,
two of you
yeah.
in my mind.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, like
No,
seriously.
everything he is going through, younger people don't realize this. You do. Everything they are doing to him, I used to be the one who set that off, so I am totally on his side on the persecution.
But he doesn't get in trouble. He gets away with it every time. You actually do get in trouble.
What do you mean get in trouble? I've had a pretty
Like
good
you
pretty
get fired
good
from
career.
MSNBC and like Trump gets away with it every time. It's awesome.
I mean, he's not on MSNBC.
Do you think at the end of the day it's maybe because you're like a woman?
No, I don't think it has hurt me. I've had a pretty good career, Adam. I've had 13 New York Times bestsellers.
I'm not saying you don't have a good career.
Hasn't destroyed me.
I'm not saying you don't have a good career, right? What I'm saying is that like maybe.
I haven't been prosecuted like Trump.
Yeah, but he gets away with it every time. It's awesome.
That's not exactly getting away with it.
Teflon Don.
That's not exactly. They put him through hell.
He's the president though.
Now he is because they put him through hell.
On a substantive level,
Yes.
is it true that like his immigration policy was kind of inspired by you?
Yeah, he asked for a copy of Adios America.
Uh-huh.
And that whole Mexican thing. I mean, I know you won't.
You
read.
wrote Mexican. Do you know him?
Read that book. My publisher didn't want to publish it. The people who were recording my audio book, they were shocked and appalled. And now it's all over Twitter. It came out of Trump's mouth when he came down the escalator. No, our southern neighbors have a little problem with child rape.
Who in like Mississippi,
Latin
Georgia?
America.
Oh, okay. What,
No,
so-
you will not. Actually, I looked those up. You will not see child rape. It's freakishly rare
So
among
as-
white people. It is not in Latin America.
I saw you have a concept that you've developed called the American race, right? Listen, and I'm a pinko, right?
It's not a race.
Is that you've spoken about that? I saw you speak about that.
I've never spoken about that.
Okay, but it's cultural, right? There's a concept of like
American, yeah.
American.
That's why I say immigrants should wait 3 generations before bossing us around. We're the most successful, freest country in the world. Stop, listen, learn, observe how we
Yeah.
do things. Don't, come in and start bossing us around.
Do you think of that as me as first generation?
No. I don't know. Maybe you are.
Do you think I'm dirty immigrant?
Dirty immigrant? No, I don't know what you are, but
please buy my newspaper.
maybe if I knew more about you, I tell you I wouldn't vote for you as
Jewish,
president.
Lithuanian Jewish, but
I thought that your parents are from South Africa.
my dipshit ancestors got on the wrong boat. They thought they were going to Ellis Island, and they ended up in Africa. And then my dad got called up to go to Angola for the Civil War, and then I was born in L.A. Princess, buy my newspaper. Do you see me? Please, I have to go to the factory.
Okay, I'm sorry. I don't think I'd take you for
I
a
lose
president
my arm.
either.
I lose my
But your
arm
kids-
machine at the factory. What?
Your kids, no, I think it would have. Yeah, your kids.
You
they
think of
could
me as
run for-
America, right?
Pardon?
I'm pretty American.
You're pretty American.
I love America.
Look, I'm not trying to throw anyone out. The question with Vivek is,
Thank you.
who can run for president? And yeah, I totally resent J. Paul, what's her name, and Ilhan Omar, people from absolutely failed cultures coming and denouncing our culture. Are you? I'm with Trump. Hey,
Would
if
you
you're
s-
so good at this, why don't you go back to your countries and fix it up?
If you were in the failed culture, would you stay in the failed culture? Or would you go to
I
like,
wouldn't go,
a
look, I'm
dope
in a
country?
successful culture. I would not go to France and start telling them how to do stuff. I
I
would
do.
not run for president of France. I would not go on TV and denounce them and tell them that all of their culture is terrible and we have to eliminate it. And
What did she say? Ilhan? What was the...
oh, it's a daily thing.
She says America stinks. She's like, rock and roll's bad.
Well, hates white people.
She hates hot rods.
Hates white people.
She hates white people. She hasn't said it that way.
I think she has.
She said, I hate white people.
Well, again, that's like a Britannica quote of
It is,
mine.
but it is impressive. Know that, like, if you come from a poor country and then you are successful, isn't that? It's kind of impressive.
She's not successful.
To
We
get into
moved-
Congress, I guess.
No, it's all Somalis voting for her.
Well, yeah, that's the neighborhood.
They should all go.
So they have to go.
All of them. It's absurd that we're bringing in people and not even, I mean, it's far from not even asking them to learn our ways and to acclimate and to assimilate. But no, we're going to have little ghettos of them and they'll speak their own language there. And you have all these Somalis, including Ilhan Omar, coming out and saying, my loyalty, I'm representing Somalia.
Isn't it kind of just the same shit that they said about your Irish family, your full-blooded Irish family? It's kind of the same stuff they said, no?
No, I don't have
They
full-blooded
said,
Irish family.
but like that early 20th century, they were saying that about like
No, my
an
ancestors
Irish.
go back to 1640.
Enough about that.
And
But
oh my gosh, if only the worst immigrants we had were the Irish. Oh my gosh, we'd be in heaven right now. Yeah,
Well,
and by the way, the Irish immigrants were a huge problem.
okay, but like what I'm saying is
If
this.
only that was.
But they're
the
like
worst.
America now, right? Irish, Italians, and Jews coming into Ellis Island. They're like kind of American at this
Yeah,
point.
well, we're probably talking about what, 3 or 4 generations.
Yeah, but like what I'm saying is people were saying the same thing you're saying about Ilhan Omar about those guys.
None of them. This is why I say. And by the way, they were absolutely criminal and monstrous. The Irish. Jews brought us, communism and anarchism. Italians brought us our first organized crime the country's
Insider
ever
trading,
had.
too. We did
so
that, too.
they weren't. It wasn't all sweetness and light and oh my gosh, how could anyone ever say this? There was a reason to say you better assimilate and get used to American ways. And who were the toughest on the Jews, by the way? The
The
Ashkenazi
Nazis.
Jews.
What?
No,
Oh.
in America. Would you drop the Nazi stuff? It's not funny, Adam.
We're obsessed with the Nazis.
It's so not
I
funny.
love the attention.
That is so hacky.
What do you mean hacky?
It is so hacky.
So Mel Brooks can't dress up in a,
No,
as a, in
I
a
beg
Nazi
you
uniform?
to drop the hack jokes. You're a funny guy. That isn't.
Listen.
You keep thinking
The
oh, you
basis
say
of
Nazi,
Jewish
ha, ha, ha.
comedy is Nazi, okay?
Yeah, that's hilarious.
What do you mean? You don't think
ones
Mel
who are
Brooks is funny?
He didn't say Nazi, Nazi, Nazi every 10 seconds as his punchline.
Do you think that
This is such a hack move. You're above hackery.
Listen,
So,
Ann, do you think that like maybe in the Warsaw Ghetto there were some guys that were really funny?
yes, they did assimilate, and they
Yes.
didn't try running for president when they first got here. In fact, many of them were a problem. But
They
I
were in
also
Congress.
want to go back to, do you really think there's not a difference in Europeans, be they Jewish, Italian, and Irish, and someone from Somalia?
They're black?
No, it's a very different culture.
But what I'm saying is it's kind of arbitrary, right? Unless you factor in like
It's not arbitrary.
unless you factor in like the skin, right?
Well, where did the Industrial Revolution happen? Who invented the wheel and who didn't? There are things other than skin color baby cakes.
Jews did? What are you saying? Or the Irish? We didn't get the European Enlightenment for 100 years. Because we were like, we're freezing cold and the Cossacks keep coming in and trying to cut our heads off.
Fascinated as I am with Jews,
we were
can
not
we
like,
move on?
No, we were not modern. We were not.
Yes, I'm sure you were really horrible.
We were trash.
Yeah, so were Irish and Italians.
We
They
were
were still
European.
Europeans.
The Irish? What are you talking about? They were like the British just like were like, these people are disgusting.
Yeah, and they hadn't seen Somalis yet.
The Italians, the northern Italians, the ones that came over then, the Sicilians and southern Italians, they were like, these people are disgusting. They were all the people that were told they were disgusting, those three groups.
And yet, out there, someplace in the world, there was something even
How's
more
it
disgusting.
that I don't know anything about Somalia, okay? I saw Black Hawk Down, I saw Captain Phillips, I'm the Captain Now. That's pretty much the extent of my thing.
Yeah, they're
but it's
lovely
just like,
people.
you can't possibly say that the Irish, and you even said that they contributed to organized crime.
Italians,
and
not Irish.
And anarchism.
That was your people.
Yeah, and whatever the...
Communism.
And the Irish were just
monstrous criminals, illiterate brutes. They were. Look it up.
Okay, what I'm saying is that's trash too, right?
Yeah, and it took like one generation to turn them around. Maybe two. All of them. All of them.
Well, you know,
Because they came from a culture that had roofs, walls, indoor plumbing.
They don't have buildings?
They had the wheel.
I think they have buildings in Somalia.
Yeah, they have nice little huts.
So okay, there's that story of like the St. Louis, the boat, right? Of like people.
Oh, are we back to the Jews again?
Well, let's pretend they're not Jewish. But like, if let's say that there were like some other guys that were trying to get away from the Holocaust, do you think that that it was a good thing?
How much time do we have left, and how many more Jewish questions are we going to have?
Well, there's a big Jewish question.
And how many Nazi
Okay.
references are we going to have?
I'm not saying
This is getting a teensy bit repetitive.
This is okay. Listen, ask any friend. Zach, how much do I talk Nazis? Constantly. Yeah. Yeah. It's just a thing that we're obsessed with. Listen, I mean, it's.
I'm so going to
Have
need
you
like
read-
a double espresso to
Okay,
stay
we'll
awake
go
for
out.
your
We'll
Nazi
go for
jokes.
We'll go out for double espresso after this. Okay.
In fact, I write about Jews in Adios America as some of our model immigrants, and Hollywood is one of the examples of that.
So-
Talk about assimilators. They do WASP culture better than WASPs do.
They do?
They took, Irving Berlin with all of the patriotic and Easter Parade, all those movies, Christmas in Connecticut.
A lot of Christmas songs too.
Ralph Lauren, that is WASP style, the way no
Lipschitz.
WASP has ever
Yeah.
done it. No, if only the Somalis could be like that.
Well, then that's my question. Like, what do you define as American culture? Because like I think American culture is awesome, right? Like that's why like when you hear like Adele singing, like they do it in an American accent, right? Because we're the coolest, right?
I prefer King Charles' accent. I think we should all learn
But
it.
he's not a singer. What I'm saying is like as a cultural exporter, American culture has been awesome.
Yeah.
Right? Like rock and roll. We've done like sick things. But like, what do you define in your definition as like what is American culture? And like what is the thing that we have to preserve, and then what is the thing that's under threat?
Well, the thing we have to preserve
Don't
is...
get mad at me.
No, I'm
Stop
not.
being
I'm
mad at me.
thinking.
Okay, good.
That was a thoughtful question.
I'm nice. I'm a really nice guy.
That was a very thoughtful question. I was
Good.
thinking about it. No one's ever put it exactly that way. So the American culture we have to preserve for the good of the country is one thing. The culture you're talking about, the movies, the music, the style, the fashions, the art, that sort of thing, that's a different kind of culture. I think it partially grows out from the culture that needs to be saved. And the culture that needs to be saved comes from the Magna Carta and Britain. It is a WASP culture.
But those are political documents.
a
Those are
live-
cultural.
That's the culture that allows us the freedom and innovation and individualism to do all the other good stuff. And it's a very distinctive culture, and it ought to be examined by the rest of the world because it has produced this incredibly prosperous, successful, free society, freer than any other country in the world. But this is part of what I said, I just thought of it now, to Vivek. free speech is so not believed in the rest of the world. Unfortunately, it's not being believed a lot in this country right now. But it is something, or the right to bear arms. That is something that generation after generation after generation of American, it is part of our DNA now. We get it, we understand it, we don't have to read a book to know what to say on the debate
awesome.
stage.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that free culture allows, and also, getting high IQ people is a good help. So you attach the high IQ people and you get this I think quite a magnificent culture. I also think part of it is the mix, which I write about in Adios America, and it's about the only good mix, where diversity kind of works, and that is white and black people. We got so much of our culture from African Americans, from the slang, the styles, the music, the rock and roll.
Yeah.
But that's, part of one of the many terrible things about our mass immigration policies is I refer to them as foundational Black Americans. Black Americans have been in this country as long as white Americans. But now we're bringing
slaves,
in immigrants from, they weren't all slaves, but
From Africa.
they weren't all slaves, but yes.
Oh, yeah.
In the Northeast, they weren't. Anyway, yes, a lot of them were slaves, but they have been here from the beginning. They are part of this culture, and instead, immigrants come in, 1975, and say, "Oh, we'll take the affirmative action. Oh, I'll take that job for the diversity officer at Harvard." And you know who are the worst? The Indians.
So you think I should go back to Africa?
Yeah, I hear things are going great.
You're so mean. Do you feel like I don't know, don't get mad at me. But why do you like being mean?
My favorite thing about you is
What? Like,
is
what
you
happened?
constantly telling
When did
me
you
don't
start
get
being
mad
mean?
at me. I am not
You
mean.
have been getting mad at me because I
am sweetness
apparently
and
I'm
light.
trans shooters, or I'm a trans shooter. I don't know. It's just don't you think sometimes you say something, you hurt someone's feelings?
They've done studies.
Maybe it hurts Ilhan Omar's feelings to hear someone say that.
Yeah, and they're really worried about white Americans'
How do you
feelings.
know? You never met her.
I know the things she says about white Americans.
I don't know if she says it that way.
But anyway, do I worry that it hurts people's feelings? So there are all these studies on the differences in men and women. We are biologically very different. And one of the biggest ones is, besides the pickle jar test, is males will always, if the question is, are you more interested in the truth or people's feelings? Males say, no, the truth. And females overwhelmingly say, feelings, we don't care about the truth.
But it's not nice to hurt people's feelings.
It's not nice to lie.
Well, okay, so if you live in New York City, right? And kind of one of the nice things that I've always felt about living here is just we don't have a lot of space. Most people are kind of leaving each other alone, right? And there's a ton of different. I go to the deli. There's a guy from Yemen. He's not doing radical terrorism. He's just giving me cigarettes because
No, they're great.
Just I feel like living in New York, it's you don't walk down the street and see some type of immigrant. You're like, oh God damn it! That's so,
No,
is it annoying for you?
No,
Do you
that's
see-
silly. But it's New York.
It's not silly.
The port cities have always been like that. But when it's like that in Utah, when it's like that in North Dakota, you are changing the fabric of the country. Yes, some number of immigrants we've always had come in, and yeah, they've been great. But for one thing, we took slightly different immigrants, but mostly we took them in smaller portions and allowed them and their kids and their grandkids time to get with the program. We're so not doing that now.
But when you live here and there's all different types of people, genuinely speaking, I don't have a problem with any minority group other than the Hassans. I mean, they're the traffic in South Williamsburg is terrible. They park their fucking vans in the middle of the street, as they're bad citizens. They don't fix anything when it breaks in your apartment.
The massive number of
They're the worst ones we can admit. The rest of everyone is I'm
the
fine
mass
with.
number of Venezuelan criminals were not a blessing to this city.
Are there Venezuelan criminals that bothering you?
Yeah, you know where the Migrant Hotel is? By Grand Central Station and the Yale Club and the Harvard Club. It became one of the most dangerous areas in the city. And yes, they're raping kids. They're stealing from going by on their mopeds, ripping people off.
Arepa.
Arepa.
arepa. It's a food they eat.
Yeah.
I don't think they're arepa. Cut that. I just think that, like, listen.
You know what? You need to be
the
on
way they
social
talk
media.
about the way that but that makes people retarded. The way people talk about New York City on the news as it's this like hellscape cesspit.
It's not.
You're
on the
like
news.
you're talking shit about us, our thing, and it's nice here. We go to nice restaurants. It's pretty. We have the. You're going to. Where are you going after this? Where are you going after this?
It used to be
are
really
you going
great
after
when
this,
New York
Ann?
was safe enough that the subway that taxpayers pay for could be used by people like me.
There
I
has
haven't
always
been able
been
to take the
people that
subway
poop
since
their pants on the
2020.
subway.
No, it was perfectly safe for me. It is not now.
There's always
I could
been
walk
people
home
pooping their
alone.
pants.
I could have taken the subway at any hour during Bloomberg. Any hour.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Where
a
are you
problem.
going after this, Ann?
None of your beeswax, Adam.
You're going to the opera, right?
None of your
And what
beeswax.
is it? It's like La Traviata or something. You're going to like a classical opera, kind of
No.
classical Western culture. No,
Okay.
no. What opera is it? Just say it.
Okay, neither of us are wild
Just say
about
your
it.
thing.
No, it's a modern opera.
A
It'll
modern
probably be
opera?
terrible.
You're fucking. You're Nancy Pelosi. A modern opera? Where are you going? What are you gonna go go in a Prius to your modern opera? And I just think that you're from New York, right? Like with the American
Connecticut.
culture, you don't go to NASCAR.
Oh, I'd love to.
You don't go to the Iowa County Fair and eat like fried dog shit. You don't. You're like
Well, that doesn't sound
you're
very
coastal.
enticing.
Well, all the candidates have to do that. They're like,
I
we
know.
got to eat fried dog shit.
I don't think that's what they sell there.
You went to Cornell. You're friends with like cool gay guys. You're French, Ann. You're French.
No, I bathe daily.
You have more in common with a French than an Ohio fentanyl guy.
No, I have
Yes,
more
you
in
do.
common with anyone who grew up in Connecticut or the entire Northeast, or Texas, or most of the South these days.
What more in common than anyone that grew up?
Anyone.
All right. Well, what about for Las Vegas South African Jewish guy?
Wildly in common. The commonalities never end.
Are you gonna hide me? When President Fuentes is trying to put me in Auschwitz too? Please.
Okay,
Ann.
I want a clicker on how many Jewish references and Nazi references we get.
Oh, that is true. When they opened Auschwitz 1, they were like, this is too much Jewish references.
Yeah,
I feel like we're best friends.
that was 2 within 10
Let's
seconds.
play a game.
I swear to God, if this has
Here's a
anything to
game.
do with the Nazis.
It's a newlywed game, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to have to fill out like what my favorite movie is, book, song, and then I'll do yours, and we'll see who gets it right. Why don't you want to play?
I'm not. I'm looking at it. I was thinking.
Isn't it fun?
Uh-huh.
You could put like, the bird cage or whatever you think I watch. Okay, does anyone have a pen? This generation, they don't have pens anymore. I have to win
if
Ann
you
over
have
one more
this-
time.
Why
She
would
hates that I'm Jewish. We're annoying, Ann. You live in
Why?
New York City.
Why
you
would
live
you
in
come
Israel.
up with
Oh
this
yeah.
without having a pen?
I have you're writing on a portrait that I did of Steve Harvey.
Very nice.
Thank you. I started painting during COVID.
That is pretty
Yeah.
good. Yeah, it was a good
Ann needs
idea
one.
to come up with this game without having a pen out here. Wait, are you going to do it? Okay. Thank you. Okay.
Okay. I have mine written down for you.
Mine will be done in 10 seconds.
Really? You're stereotyping? What are you going to say, the Torah? I'm going to stop, for the rest of our friendship, I'm going to stop
By the way, this pen
Jewish
is
and
barely
Nazi.
working.
Are you going to be funny or you're going to get laughs?
No, I think
feel like
I
you
think
are
I'm
funny.
correct.
Schindler's List?
Okay, who's reading them?
I'll read yours and then we'll see. So let's do movie.
Go.
You first.
No, you first.
And you first. Please, it's my house. It's my game.
Okay, I'm going to give you all of them at once.
No. We got to go back and forth. It's more fun that way.
I didn't-
You have to go to your Democrat fucking modern opera. I'm sorry,
I think it's
keeping you
more
back.
fun all at once.
Best movie. What's my favorite movie?
Sophie's Choice.
No. Boogie Nights, Barry Lyndon, probably Kubrick. What?
Nothing.
I like movies. Birth of a Nation.
Diary of Anne Frank.
Falling Down. You might like Falling Down.
No, all wrong. Book, Diary of Anne Frank.
Have you seen Falling Down? Michael Douglas, he like kills all these people and then he does suicide. Okay. Diary of Anne Frank. No, it's not that good of a book. Me? I mean, what's the best book or my favorite book?
I believe we're supposed to be playing the Newlywed Game, which would be your favorite book.
I want a divorce. My favorite book is probably. I mean, I like what do you? And first of all, can you stop making Jewish and Nazi references with that? Okay, but
you were the one who came up with this game, and you can't think of an answer.
This is not a Jewish or Nazi. I would say. I mean, like it's probably like the Counter Life or like. I think The Great Gatsby is incredible. Like, I think it's probably the best book, modern book. Why? You like that one?
Meh.
It's about the American dream. Sure, you should check it out. Okay, your favorite book, Mein Kampf by Adolf Hitler.
Okay, and yours is Diary of Anne Frank.
Okay, yeah.
Your song is something by, I forget his first name, Mickey Friedman and the Texas J Boys.
Who's Mickey Friedman?
Look that up. What's his
Kinky
first name?
Friedman?
Kinky,
It's just the one guy you met on a fucking panel for Bill? The guy, the Jewish cowboy that was...
Yep.
That is a whack one. Okay, your favorite song is Flight of the Valkyries by Richard Wagner.
Wow, I can't see the trend of this. Your favorite president is future President Shapiro.
No, he's whack. Your favorite president is Reich Chancellor Adolf Hitler.
I can't believe you actually think this is funny.
No,
hottest
and I'm
person,
just I'm teasing.
that girl in Will
I'm being
and Grace.
Annoying. What?
That
Hottest
girl
girl?
in Will and Grace. I don't
Deborah
know.
Messing?
That's it. That's it.
She's beat. She's disgusting to me. I think the hottest girl, or hottest person,
Hottest person.
Reich's Chancellor Adolf Hitler. And
Oh gosh, you need a comedy writer. This is so hacky.
I'll tell you a joke real quick. You want to hear one?
Let me guess. It's about Nazis.
No.
It's about Jews.
No.
Oh, he's stuck for an answer. He can't do it. Oh, is Adam pouting? No, you can't do
I
it.
told you that I'm a sensitive person and I don't like mean people.
If it's not Nazis or
I don't like-
Jews, you don't. You're stuck for a joke. And by the way, those aren't jokes. It's so hacky.
Why? Come
It's
on.
not funny.
You don't think the Nazis? You don't think it's kind of funny that they went to Brazil? That's kind of funny. Like via.
I am so writing an angry letter to the New York Times.
How does a 22-year-old want to write letters? All right, I guess I'll just end it by saying this has been the best day of my entire life. I didn't believe in the concept of a twin flame. Sorry, I'm crying. I didn't believe in a concept of a twin flame until you walked into my life. I want to have a Presbyterian wedding with you. I want to stop cussing. I want to get a haircut.
No, your hair is perfect.
I want to say Easter is right around the corner. I want to say please and thank you and not mean it.
Easter Parade by Irving Berlin.
And COULTER, everyone. What are you doing, guys?
There are 3 people here. They can't make that much noise.